Hi, glad you come to see me again. Um, I'm thinking about posting shorter videos more often to see how well you like that. Um, and I'm thinking about having a morning talk and or maybe chat over coffee, something like that. And I've also been thinking about maybe having a dinner time video. I don't know if I can pull this all off, but it's kind of like, what are you having for dinner? So, what are you having for dinner? I have got a pork loin all chopped up into small pieces in the crock pot, and I've got a barbecue gravy in it. It's not quite finished. My nose is itching. Anyway, I thought I would get back with you and talk about something that I experience. Now, a lot of you know, if you followed my channel, that my life has had a lot of trauma, and I have, healed so well. Through therapy, I understand what's happened to me. I understand. This is a bleach stain. It's always backwards on the camera. This is a bleach stain. Sorry about that. I'm still going to buy me some clothes. But I understand what happened to me, and I have amazing coping skills. I've learned how to manage it and how to not spiral, and how to manage the residual scars that I have. But people, and even you, may not recognize what's on the inside. There is something that happens when you are abused and you have these things that happen to you. You have in your neurological network, in your brain, you have these broken wires, is the best way that I can describe it. And you'll think that you're doing just fine and that there's no problem whatsoever. And then something will happen and you just find yourself. So this afternoon, because we had been putting off, and he's whining, just ignore him. We had been putting off fixing my social network, my social media links to my YouTube. So they are all fixed now. So if you go into my YouTube channel, you can check out my Pinterest, my Instagram, which is brand new, so I really don't have anything there, and my Facebook page. I know those three are on there. But I had, excuse me, I could have done it myself, but I'm really, really nervous. So that's the first sign. When something that's rather simple for you to do, and you're really, really nervous about it, you can do it, but for some reason you can't make yourself do it, and it scares you to do it, that's like one of your first signals that you've got like some wires that are frayed. And Jamie's he's really, really good at tech, but he's not really, really good at communicating. So I'm trying to tell him what the problems are, and I feel like he's not listening. And he's so fast. And my daughter used to do things like that for me too, and things that I think should take like a couple of hours, they can do in like 10 minutes or less. And you're thinking, oh my gosh. And he's not real good to just show me what he's doing or teach me as he's going along. So I'm like practically having a panic attack. And it's all done and it's all fixed now and it's all fine. But before it was over, I was in tears. Now, there's probably people that don't like me because I have that weak spot. But, sometimes if you love people, you have to put up with their weak spots, because we all have weak spots. The biggest, tallest, strongest, bravest man in the world is going to have a weak spot. And if you love people, you put up with them and help them to change. But anyway, I was going to tell you that these little cracks and these little frayed wires sometimes hide in your spirit. And it doesn't make you a broken person. Just know and understand that that abuse that you suffered, or that neglect that you suffered, or those harsh words that you suffered, have caused you to have a few little frayed wires. And you just continue to love yourself and continue to keep your nest comfy. A comfy nest is the best thing in the world. Create your safe spot. Your spot that you feel safe and that you feel happy. And don't be afraid to tell people or to show those emotions. So, I can just, if I can relate, hey, I'm just really upset about this because it made me nervous, and so please slow down a little bit. Most people are going to pay attention to that. So I just wanted to post this video and say, even though you go to therapy, and I have had extensive therapy, and it's taken my broken meter from below 0 to 95%, right? I'm not even the same person that I was when I started my therapy. And of course, I have an amazing therapist, so that counts for something. But you can do this yourself if you educate yourself. Because a lot of my success came from educating myself about what was wrong with me, if you're willing to put the work in. And I have definitely put the work in, because success and fail means everything to me, because relationships with people I love means everything to me. And if I can't fix the relationships, it won't be because I didn't put the effort in. And Jamie and Joe live with me all the time. I'm just so much better. But that doesn't mean that you're not going to have these little frayed wires, and sometimes they poke out. And you'll cry, you'll feel emotional, you'll maybe have a panic attack or feel hurt. And those things, I'm sure, can be overcome with time too, but that's just a little deeper. So I'd like to say, before I get off of here, love yourself. Take care of yourself. Be kind to yourself. Forgive yourself. And on the other side of it, be strong. Be courageous. Believe that most of your demons, most of those devils that are out there that just scare you so bad, they're fake. They're not real at all. I've got agoraphobia, and at one point I was afraid to step out on the front porch. We've got a fenced little yard, and I would be afraid to step out on the front porch. There's been times that I was so bad that I was afraid to come out of my bedroom. And I still have things, like say if somebody comes in the house and I'm not really used to them or something like that, I'll run off to my bedroom, because, that is something that's wired into my brain. During one of the harder times in my life, I lived out in a little cabin in the middle of nowhere in the mountains. And there was all kinds of boundaries. So I had locked doors, I had a yard fence, there was a pasture all the way around the house, there were gates, But if I saw somebody come to the outer gate, I would just pull the curtains and rush and get in the bed and hope nobody come knock on the door. I was just so frightened, and those are mostly teenage years. And some of those things, those frayed wires, every now and then they'll poke out. But you be strong. And the thing that scares you the most, sometimes, is the fakest of all. So, what are you having for supper? Tell me in the comments below. I want to know. And I'll see you guys after a while on the next video. Bye-bye.